another thing, Pat.
Well?
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it is. What do you want?
Nothing.
Rule number 3, Pat, is pets. Now, I don't mind you having goldfish, providing you don't let them out of the bowl. But I do draw the line at dogs.
I can't abide dogs, Mrs. Brandon. Great doleful faces, running noses, dropping hairs all over the sofa. They remind me too much of my late husband.
Oh. And another thing, Pat.
Has anybody seen my... Oh, it's you.
Yes, it is. What do you want?
Nothing.
Oh, Mrs. Brandon, won't it be marvellous for Pat and Carter to move out of this area into a select neighbourhood?
Pardon?
Oh, no offence, Mrs. Brandon. I mean, this is a very nice area, if you ignore the tomcats and the smell from the tannery. But no, I'm talking about houses, Mrs. Brandon. You see, our Pat has always been used to a house with roofing tiles. Now, I've got nothing against slates, don't get me wrong, but I always think a good roofing tile makes such a difference to a house, don't you? Well...
Oh, I heard that. Pardon?
What do you want?
Nothing. Pardon?
You're very quiet, Carter. What's to do with you, lad? I know. You're feeling homesick at the thought of leaving home. Well, don't worry, love. I'll be a second mother to you. I'll dose you with halibut oil capsules, make sure you get your hair cut regular, and don't think I won't know if you've been drinking to excess. I'll be able to tell by the smell of your breath when I come to tuck you up and kiss you goodnight. Where are you going?
Out.
What for?
Nothing.
You know, that's one thing I've got against men, Mrs. Brandon.
What's that?
They talk too much.
Oh, Carter. Is that woman still there?
Yes.
Did you put the flag at half-mast, sir?
Naturally.
What a woman. If they give a Nobel Prize for rabbiting, she'd hold it in perpetuity.
Oh, anywhere he wouldn't stand a dog's chance.
Oh, women. You can't help admiring them sometimes, though.
Pardon?
Well, they've gained control at world without a shot being fired, the anger.
How do you mean?
Think, lad. Think. Here are men obsessed by ultimate detergent, the size at Russian Navy, power at Arab oil states, strength outweighs bitter, and the women have sneaked up behind us and won battle with the most lethal weapon known to mankind.
What's that?
The female vocal cords.
You're right. What troubles me, though, is, now that women are the bosses, they'll be wanting to grow a beard and chew thick twist tobacco.
They already are.
Never. They're not chewing thick twist tobacco, are they?
No, they're growing beards. I read it paper the other day about this woman at middle ages that were in them halcyon days before they had London beer and Petulia Clark. Anyhow, this woman went to bed one night at age of 37 and she woke up next morning with a beard. Full set, dandruff and all.
She must have been eating Unsworth's pork pies for supper.
They did a famous painting on her. See her standing there staring at the photographer in her best frock with her face all covered in this big black beard and feeding a bambino at the breast.
Good God. They wouldn't tolerate behaviour like that in the Liberal Club snooker room.
And you get some funny looks in the Axe and Cleavers ladies' darts team. I wonder what they call a person like that.
Well, these days, a so-called sexual equality, Carter, they'd either call it a hermaphrodite, else a... else a ismaphrodite.
Aye, we'll be getting to the state of having his and her shaving mugs next.
Hey up. Time for wireless.
So it is. I almost forgot.
And now it's time for the public announcements. Ever thought of a career as a bandsman in the RAF? It's not all pa with brass bands, you know. As a trained trombonist...
What the hell are you
with the
listening to
RAF,
that bloody rubbish for?
Rubbish? Apart from shipping forecast for inshore waters, this is best programme on wireless.
Gives you an insight into all the jobs you could have had. All the places you could have visited. You haven't been to Bone Idle.
Probation officer at Shetland Isles.
Weather forecasting in Bahrain.
Matron with Queen Alexandria's nursing court. Listen.
Or go to your local army recruiting office and ask for leaflet NJ5/BVW7P/2/AZ5Y.
No wonder they're short of men for army. You'd need a degree in higher physics to remember a number like that.
And now for burglars. Burglars like to be able to work quietly and without difficulty.
Good God, the country must be in a mess if they're advertising for burglars.
Aye, they've probably got a special government training scheme for it.
Yeah, well, they train you for all these days. It wouldn't surprise me if they hadn't got a scheme for training men to like women.
Be a waste of time, Mort. No one would ever pass the exams.
And finally, have you an aged and dependent relative who, through no fault of his or her own, is getting you down?
Yes, we have, stably.